Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of First and Last. My name is Josh, and with me this week I have Jimmy.
What is up?
Yo, dude.
And only me.
Just the boys and only Jimmy.
Sorry about it.
Joe and Claire are off gallivanting across the globe or something.
They couldn't handle all the spooky.
Got too scared, had to leave.
Got too spooky for them. They watched something just a little too spooky. You watching any spooky stuff?
I'm spooking the hell out of this month, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
I have watched all the Chucky movies.
Holy shit.
And, we're recording this on, the 19th of October, so I started probably the first week in October, and I flew. There's 7 of them.
Okay. Damn.
They're all like a tight 90, which is awesome.
Oh, nice.
So they're pretty good. I've been watching them a lot. Like Joe watches movies where I'll watch like half one night, and then the next night I watch like the last bit.
The last
of
half.
It.
That's I've been screwing up because a lot of these newer horror movies are like 2.5 hours long, and it takes days to get through. It's too much. Yeah. Have you watched the Chucky TV series yet?
I watched the first episode.
Okay. And
it's currently not as the first episode not as good as any of the movies.
Sure.
But I was worried that they were going to take away, because Chucky's got a filthy potty mouth.
Sure.
That little doll
just cussing.
Yeah. And so I thought they were going to take away some of that, but it's on like Sci-Fi. So
okay.
It's
they can say what they want.
Yeah, they can say what they want. So it's not too bad. I'm going to continue. There's 3 seasons of it on Hulu.
Oh dang!
And Peacock. I don't think
Peacock. Oh yeah, Peacock. Yeah. And I don't think it's done either, is it?
No, like the third season's like coming out.
Yeah, it's
like as it's going on.
Man,
so the third season
wild.
is currently being released.
Isn't Jennifer Tilly in that? Yeah. Who was in the series in the movies?
Yeah,
in some of the movies.
She started. I think she was. Bride of Chucky. The 4th one is.
Oh, okay.
When she started being in the movies. Okay. Those movies are they're so fun. They're like they're ridiculous. They're so great. Maybe one of my favorites like horror, like cult horror movies that kind of started in the 80s and has now lasted this long compared to like maybe Halloween I like more because I feel like I watched Halloween growing up and stuff, but like I think I like this Chucky better than Jason and like Freddy and stuff. I think Chucky's he's so funny and it's weird and it's a doll like, but then
what's not to love?
There's so much like weird lore that the movies have to go over because like he keeps like getting a new doll because obviously they like blow the doll up basically after the end of every movie and all of a sudden he's just in another body.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting. It's good. It's good. I like it.
I might have to watch some Chucky. I started watching Swarm. Have you heard of this?
No.
It just came out this year, I think like last March. It's Donald Glover.
Oh, okay. I'm ready into it.
Like created it with some other people, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
It's on Amazon. It's an Amazon original, and it's pretty freaking good.
It's a show?
It's a show,
okay.
Yeah. I'm only a few episodes in. I legitimately almost picked it for this, but like the internet seems to think there's like a possibility there could be a second season. I don't see how. I mean, it's horror, so you can always make something up, or it could be like anthology or whatever, but it just came out this year, so it's like, it's probably too soon to tell.
Well, and also if it's created by Donald Glover, if he goes the Atlanta route, he could wait 2 years and then just be like, we're going to do a second season now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, take a sweet time.
He takes a sweet time sometimes. So it's good. Have you played any spooky games?
I have not really played any spooky games. I was kind of thinking, so Michelle and I have been watching through, I think we're done now, all the Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Well, that's too bad. How many of those are there?
Too many.
Yeah.
There might be 7 of those.
I might have seen 3.
There was one. I think there's maybe 5 movies. I think we're done now. And I never like thought of those as like something to watch during spooky month, but they're all like supernatural. Like the very first one, they're all like cursed like zombie skeleton things. And every single movie after that has some new like kind of sci-fi thing that they're battling against, right?
Yeah.
Some sort of cursed thing. And so then I've been playing this pirate game, the Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and it just kept me in this pirate mood.
You're just in a pirate themed
I'm just in a pirate
Halloween
spooky month. Maybe I need like a pirate costume for Halloween. I don't know.
I mean, do you know what you're going to be for Halloween yet?
No.
I think you do now.
Shit.
You can be Orlando Bloom and Michelle can be Keira Knightley.
Oh man, but though I feel like those costumes just look like anything.
Yeah,
you just look like you're at the freaking Renaissance Festival, and I don't want that.
That's fair. That's a fair thing.
Good times. Have you been playing some spookies?
No.
Well then,
I know. I asked you, and I didn't even have anything to offer. I want to play something spooky. If not, like maybe a playthrough of Until Dawn.
Okay.
Because I don't think I've ever finished a single playthrough of that game. I started in like 6 years ago when it came out or whatever, and I never finished. So maybe I'll do a playthrough of that one night because I'm sure it's only like 2.5. It's probably like a movie-ish length, I think, to do that. So
there you go.
Instead of watching a spooky movie, I'll play a spooky game once. See if I can make Hayden Panettiere survive. Because I know she's in that.
Oh, that's fun. I did not realize that.
I think there's other people that we would recognize the names of in that video game too, but I can't remember who.
Cool.
I'll report back. Maybe I'll try to watch it before next week. We'll see. We're doing everything out of order. At the end of every like episode this spooky month, I've been like, we might do first and last for season 12, or we might do another spooky month show. So
sure.
But I think this comes out the last week of October, so more than likely first and last for season 12 come out after this episode.
Sure. Yeah.
But
that makes sense because the like following Wednesday is like the 1st of November, so
yeah.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not something like
we'll
that.
Have our producers fact check that.
It definitely is, actually.
They turned it in. Thank you.
It definitely is.
Okay.
All right. Well, you get to decide a TV show.
I do.
What is it?
So I had a really tough time with this one, with picking, because I thought, A, it would be my only spooky show to pick, and B, that it might be the last of the month. But
which both are true.
With both ended up being true.
Yeah.
So I stared down I have a spook list.
Nice.
And I stared it down, and but it took me here to a show called Dark. Have you heard of this?
Oh, is this a Netflix show?
It's a Netflix. It was Netflix's first German language show. The RogerEbert.com calls it one of the most mind-melding shows on television, or called it that. So it's set in a German town. It's actually the original language of it is German. I'm assuming that we have like overdubs.
I mean, either that or we're reading,
or we do subtitles.
Presumably,
I think you can do either way.
Presumably, I know some German, but that was
right.
Yeah,
Matthias.
Jawohl. Sprechen de Deutsch. I don't.
Classic.
Yeah, I do.
And
it's probably where it ends.
German name was Wolfie.
Yeah, it's probably where it ends at this point.
Yeah,
got to use it when we went to Germany when we were like 18.
Yeah, that's been a long
little
ago.
bit to be able to like ask them like where I'm going, or they have like water or something.
In Austria, but everybody just speaks freaking English over there, and they're like, stop bastardizing my language with your German 2 terrible accent and whatnot.
For the most part, when you walked up to anybody in Germany when we were there, like walked up and they were like, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, you're not even gonna." And they're like, "No,
Never gonna
I
try.
know you're not from here." Like
Yeah.
immediately, they're like,
it's
"You're
obvious.
clearly American."
Yeah. Anyway, so this is a family saga with a supernatural twist set in a German town where the disappearance of 2 young children exposes the relationships among 4 families. Ran from 2017 to 2020. Yeah, all Netflix series. Supposed to be very good. It was high up on some horror TV lists, so
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it on Netflix. It's interested me. I may have even turned 5 minutes of it on one time, like 5 years ago. Who knows? Because it came out in 2017, so it's been there for a long time.
mm-hmm.
Because it gives me this, kind of like, I don't know. It's not like a Cthulhu type horror, but something like very like atmospheric, like kind of like creepy in tone.
Yeah.
There's not going to be like a serial killer running around murdering people. It's
Right.
like everything's just like terrifying, and it's got a really good vibe.
Yeah.
It's what I kind of expect from this show, from what I've kind of seen.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, it's supposed to be. It is very acclaimed for like its visual and its tone and music and everything. So
Yeah, I think it's gonna set a scene for sure.
it's supposed to be good.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's. I don't want to get down on this too much, but it's like something weird about like families, and maybe they live in like a small town. So maybe I'm getting like an M. Night Village vibe, but like good.
Sure.
Also, I've watched The Village within the past like 5 years. Again, it's not that bad.
It's not as bad as people. It's not as bad as Lady in the Water.
But that's got like Paul Giamatti though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He saves it. He almost saves that movie. Almost.
And I mean, I'm a big fan of Paul Giamatti in a trash can. So.
Oh my God! Is it time? Is it time to watch that again?
It's time to revisit the Chris Gethard show.
Oh God! Stop what you're doing right now, listeners.
Longtime listeners of the
Google.
podcast will know that we love one single episode of the Chris Gethard show that you can watch on YouTube.
Just search. Well, you what's the saying? You let the cat out of the bag.
I guess.
But
Jason
still
Mantzoukas and Paul Scheer.
Paul Scheer, yeah.
Oh my God. One of the best 45 minutes of maybe entertainment in the world.
Those two, man. I feel like if they were ever to come on this show, like if you were to ask Paul Scheer to come on this pod,
like if I could get Paul Scheer or Jason Mantzoukas to be on first and last.
If you could get one or the other, I feel like they'd be like, okay, but I need the other one, and I'd have to bow out after watching them just completely take over the Chris Gethard show. I mean, he could not get 2 words in the entire like hour-long episode.
Sure, try to tweet at both of them and DM them, see if they want to come to Minneapolis and hang out in my basement and
absolutely
watch a TV show with us. And
absolutely should. We've probably done just about all of their TV shows on this pod. So
if we get them and they did it, that would be the last episode of the show because there'd be nothing better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, hey, do you want to come and end our show for us?
I mean, they could get Chris Gethard to do after that.
I don't even know if the Chris Gethard show is still a thing.
No, I'm sure it's not. No, I don't think so.
Because he peaked. Think so. He probably peaked.
After their episode.
Yeah.
No, it was up for a long time, for several years, but I don't think it's been on for several years.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It probably stopped during the pandemic, like I'm afraid the show Dark did since it ended in 2020. So I'm a little bit nervous that this doesn't have like a series finale feel at all. But nor do a lot of the shows that we end up watching. So
in 2021, the BBC ranked Dark as the 58th greatest TV series of the 21st century.
Yeah,
and
just series.
And as we've proved, there's a lot of TV out there.
Yeah, and not even just like the horror genre. Oh, I wanted to read IMDb lists all of what the genres are?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on. Give it to me.
Oh, of this show?
Yeah.
I have them listed in Wikipedia right now. There's only 4 of them, though.
Oh, there's like 5 on IMDb. It says crime, drama, mystery, sci-fi, and thriller.
Wikipedia also lists tragedy as
Ooh,
that's a genre.
Okay.
Well, I mean, there's like Greek tragedies. So tragedy's a genre,
sure.
right?
Sure. A literary genre can be a TV genre, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. What do you think's gonna happen in this first episode? How are we gonna? Maybe what's gonna happen, or like what are the the spook things we're dealing with? We're dealing with like ghouls, ghosts, ghasts.
Yeah. So I read the thing that says, I already read it, that says there's a disappearance of 2 young children. So I think that's what's going to happen. But it says a supernatural twist. So yeah, I'm going to say I'm feeling monstery. I'm feeling like maybe it's because I watched the couple
the new ones,
newer ones, which are fine, by the way. They're fine. But I'm feeling like monstery disappear. Maybe there's a clown. Probably not.
I do like some sort of like mystic apparition potentially that's maybe abducting, especially children for some like sinister goal. Like I don't know. It's like
feeding on their fear.
I mean, maybe vampires probably like. I bet it's like veal, right? Like drinking the blood of kids.
Yeah. Little interview with a vampire.
Yeah.
Action.
Something like that. So I don't know. Interesting. I'll be curious to see whether or not we're reading subtitles or if we have any form of.
I looked it up. We can do overdubs. It does say like German and then in parentheses original, but you can also like it probably just because it knows I'm in the US immediately goes English
like you're gonna
and no like subtitles. So I'm up for whatever. I'm up for watching it in the original and subtitles, or
yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll go for subtitles first. It's sure. It feels like you want to get the emotion out.
Yeah, overdubs are very hit or miss.
I think we're gonna hear Rammstein.
Oh man,
the only German band I can name.
What I was just trying to think what would the German like mystic creature be, and the only thing I could come up with is like some Hans Christian Andersen thing, but he's not even German. He's like Dutch. So
yeah.
So that's not right. They probably have crossover in their lore.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Ogre. It's gonna be an ogre. It's gonna be a Shrek-like creature.
Das Ogre.
Oh God. Let's watch this.
All right, we can watch this first episode. What is it called? Pray tell.
Geheimnisse.
Oh yeah.
Oh jawohl.
Cool. I sure don't know what that means.
Don't know.
All right, my German's already failing me. All right, cool. Well, let's watch this first episode, and we'll be back after that. And we're back. We're done with the first episode of Dark. I think it was translated to Silence, right?
Nope.
Silent?
Nope.
Shh.
Secrets.
I forgot.
It's on the wiki.
I wrote Silence down like 20 minutes in because I was like, I think that's what I remembered. Secrets. Secret. Is there a form of write-up, Jimmy?
Yeah. Hold on to your butts because there's a lot of quite the ensemble cast.
There's quite a bit of people there.
So in June 2019, 43-year-old Michael Kahnwald commits suicide, and his mother, Ines?
Yeah, Ines or Ines. I don't know.
Say
Probably
that?
Ines.
Hides his suicide letter before anyone else notices it. On November 4th, after nearly 2 months of treatment at a psychiatric facility, Michael's teenage son Jonas returns to school and reunites with his best friend Bartosz, who has recently started dating Martha Nielsen, whom Jonas has a crush on. Eric Obendorf, the local town drug dealer, teenager, has been missing for 2 weeks, and police officer Ulrich Nielsen, the father of Martha and her brothers, teenager Magnus and preteen Mikkel, has been assigned the investigation, which struggles to uncover any clues. Meanwhile, Ulrich is cheating on his wife Katerina, the principal of the school, with Jonas's mother Hannah. While searching for Eric's stash of drugs in a cave not far from the town's soon-to-be-closed nuclear power plant, Jonas, Bartosz, the 3 Nielsen children, and Magnus's girlfriend Franziska did not know they were dating.
Neither did
I don't think they talked to each other in this episode.
Yeah, right.
They are all frightened by strange sounds from the cave and their flickering flashlights. So they run, and Mikkel disappears as they flee from the cave. I should also say Jonas sees some sort of vision of his dead father.
Dripping in like tar or something?
Dripping, yeah, tar or dried blood or something. The next day, the body of a young boy is discovered, but it is not Mikkel. At an unknown location, a hooded figure straps Eric, the missing boy, to a chair while clamping a mechanism around his head.
A mechanism.
Some sort of mechanism.
What'd you think?
Pretty fun. Pretty fun. There's a lot going on.
It was hard to try to figure out who everybody was.
Yeah. There's just a lot of people, and then there's this like cave that's making sounds. There's this power plant they keep like specifically showing off in the distance in the woods. There's this whole deal with the one thing that the write-up didn't say at all was that a few people mentioned something of all of this like nature that happened 33 years ago. Something happened to Ulrich's brother at some point. So like it alludes to there's some sort of cyclical like supernatural thing that happens in this town. Which is pretty fun.
There was an old guy
Into
that was running around and he's like, it's going to happen again.
Yeah, right.
So like
Helga. Some old man Helga. And Ulrich goes and visits his mom, right? Was it Ulrich? Yeah, it must be because the other guy, main guy's dead. Goes and visits like
someone said
grandma.
Told him he should go talk to her or something like that.
Okay,
So
yeah. And then and she's like it's happening and it can't be stopped, and so she's all the old people apparently or see the truth. They're seers.
They know what's happening, but also never told anybody apparently.
Alive long enough to see this happen a couple times. I think it's fun. I like the cyclical narrative, kind of like those like Star Wars, kind of just being the same thing over and over again. Or like there's a thing. Have you watched Loki at all?
First season.
There's a thing of the second season that there's like a theory that like all the dimensions are just like this like cyclical thing kind of stacked on top of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah, I like that form of storytelling. It's fun.
Yeah, that something that has already happened is reoccurring. It's like
it's just like
didn't get into it
keep happening
too much in this episode, but yeah, they obviously were talking about how something could be happening. And then the kid that they found in the woods at the end had this is supposed to be 2019, and the kid they found was listening to like a Walkman, like an audio cassette Walkman.
Yeah, of definitely like an 80s band.
So like that's an interesting thing.
Some kid out of time.
So in
33 years they're gonna find Mikkel. Is that what's gonna happen?
Like yeah, 33 years from 2019. That was in the 80s.
Yeah.
And so that would have been, 80s, early 90s would have been
87?
Walkman time anyway, right?
Or 86? Is that the math?
I ain't doing no math.
All right. Yeah, what'd you think?
It's piqued my interest. I'm interested in what the hell is going on. I mean, I just want them to go into the cave. That's all I want now. So I want to know what.
One step into the
There's
cave
a big,
would be
like,
fun.
loud, scary moan yell or something that came from the cave.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, like, who does there are a lot of mystery. I like all the mysteries that are presented that are like good questions that are like, what's up with the power plant?
Yeah.
Like, is there anything? It could just be like a red herring.
Yeah.
Potentially.
There's the suicide letter.
Oh, I
There's
got
something weird about that.
I got a prediction about this letter. Yeah, so the letter that Michael left specifically said, like, do not open until November 4th after 10:13 p.m.
Yeah.
And his mom
Very
read it
exact.
and we never saw what it said.
No.
I guess if I knew,
like a couple page letter at least.
Yeah. I mean, some of the pages were like on the screen, so I guess I could pause it and learn German better and then read it.
Yeah, maybe.
And maybe be able to know what it says, sort of, but
maybe.
And there wasn't even any subtitles in any form to tell you what it would say.
As if like you're supposed to have read it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think we're supposed to know anything about what that letter says currently. I mean, and then they have like the regular drama, obviously, of like Jonas's mom cheating. How long has his dad been dead? He was gone
like months.
Is that it? 'Cause I know he was gone for 2 months, so I don't know if like he went away like right away or like. I mean, his dad hasn't been dead for more than a year, right?
For sure, I would say. I mean, it what it felt like to me. And maybe I just assumed this was like basically Jonas was gone for the summer.
Yeah.
And it happened like right before that, Yeah.
I like that. I mean, potentially that we've got like this little group of like edgy German teens and like Bartosz, Jonas, Magnus, and Martha. Well, and Franziska.
Yeah.
Not Mikkel. Not Mikkel anymore.
Ooh,
but he was a little kid anyway. But they have those like 5 that maybe will do a little like Stranger Things investigating.
Yeah, German Stranger Things.
Yeah.
That's exactly what this feels like.
Yeah.
Especially with the kid who's missing being like actually alive somewhere, being like experimented on, like I don't know.
Oh,
that feels
the
very
Eric,
Stranger Things.
Yeah, the Eric kid. Yeah, that's interesting too. So, and that's another question. So, like, this is piqued my interest at least being like, oh, tell me what is going on.
Yeah.
And if this is a tight like 3 seasons and they actually ended it like correctly and they, I don't know. I mean,
wrap it up.
Sure, like this seems like what could go max 5 seasons if they had a plan that they could move it on anyway. So it seems possible that 3 seasons could be like a actual good arc for a story like this, because it seems like making it go too long would be bad anyway.
Right. That's fair.
So
plus shows that star kids like this, like I think we're even seeing it in Stranger Things, is like they're just like kind of too old to be believably like just a few years older after 3 seasons.
Well, someone like Mikkel for sure. I mean, those other 5, like Bartosz, Jonas, Magnus, Martha, and Franziska, at least they're like old, like high school aged.
Right.
And so they won't change.
Be able to get away with that for a long time.
Like kid change too much.
That's fair.
Over the course of a couple years.
Yeah.
But if they were all like Mikkel was like younger, and if he's like in the show for the next couple years, like he's gonna be like 5 feet taller than he was in his episode.
That's a good point.
So I know I like I think the vibe it's less of like it's currently less of like a spooky technically, like it's not a horror spooky show, but it's definitely eerie.
So far.
Very eerie.
Yeah.
Very mystery, eerie, what's going on. It's got good vibes. Turn off all the lights. The show's still spooky. I mean, really. Yeah. But it's cool. I like it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, One thing like the write-up didn't talk about, or some characters that the write-up didn't talk about. So we had Francisca, but her parents, I think, is like the police chief, maybe captain lady Charlotte.
Yeah.
And it seems like Jonas's therapist is her husband.
Okay.
At least at the end, Charlotte calls him, or he calls her, and he's like, I have something I have to say. And then she's like in the middle of searching for Mikkel's body, and she's like, I gotta go. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. So there's something up with him too. He knows something.
I like the idea that everybody in this town might have a little something to hide.
Yeah.
Some will just be like fun little tidbits, and some will be like the ghouls in the woods. Watch out.
I think this kids group has some fun potential, like between them, and like Martha is like humanitarian, like conspiracy theorist. Like I could see her pushing, like figuring out some town drama and getting the gang like together. We got to figure this shit out. Kind of drive the narrative, drive the plot.
Yeah, I just looked up like Jonas is in 2017 when this came out. He was 20 years old. So
classic.
Like he's doing a good job of being like
classic.
acting like a teenager, but he doesn't have like they don't really have like that like Riverdale issue where like all the high schoolers look like they're 30.
Yeah.
So they at least pass a little bit better than that.
Yeah, they did. Did a great job.
Man, I had a hard time coming up with predictions because it's like 3 seasons. Where in the world could this go? Because I feel like this could be all over the place.
Yep. Yeah, there's very little chance for getting any points tonight.
But you wanna try for it?
Sure. My number one is I want a cave monster. I still want a monster.
I like that.
Even if it's there's some like evil laboratory thing that's out there, they can fabricate a monster.
Yeah, they can get a monster for
right?
you.
Come on. I mean, even like Stranger Things, you get the whole upside down. Even though like you also have like the evil scientist corporation or whatever. Number 2, I think Mikkel is back.
Okay.
I mean, I think he's alive. Eric's alive. There's no reason to. So my actual prediction says Mikkel is a hero. I think Mikkel does something heroic. We'll know it when we see it. I think he's alive and he's a hero. Number 3. God, but he's probably dead, right? Or we find him 33 years later. Okay, anyway, number 3, I have Katarina murders Ulrich. Which
like the mom, the principal of the school.
The principal of the school murders her husband,
the cop,
because he's a terrible man. He's a bad man.
He's a bad man.
And we need some more murder and intrigue in this show.
Agreed.
And then number 4, I think we flash forward 33 years later. Maybe that's when we'll see Mikkel.
It's possible.
If his body is the kid they find, just like they found a kid from the 80s with burnt out eyeballs. In this one. Those are my 4.
All right. So number 1, I think we finally get to read the note.
Okay.
I think that might be maybe like the bookmark, the bookend, and maybe a kind of a larger explanation. Like everything might be kind of a mystery, and maybe the note.
I like that.
Kind of wraps it all up.
I would like that.
I would like
ending.
that too. Like that too. I think some of these are close to what you are. So I think we go to the future. I think there's a future portion
Nice.
of this. It was my thinking of like potentially they like we get to a point where like it's happening again, like again, I guess. Yeah. So whatever it
Love it.
might be.
Yeah.
Number 3, I think there is like some Frankensteining taking place.
Ooh.
So I
Okay.
don't know if body parts are being put on somebody else or someone's getting sewn into something or I don't know, you know.
All right. All right.
So yeah, something like that.
Huh.
And then I was kind of thinking about the cave, maybe related to I don't know where the cave is in relation to the power plant.
I think they're supposed to be close.
I feel like they're close.
That's what I got. I think the write-up said something to that effect too.
So I think in like maybe in the cave or something, there's some sort of I don't know. I want to say like I would say teleporter or dimensional bridge,
Okay.
I guess, or something like that.
Okay.
There's some like travel something,
Okay.
you know, like whether or not it's I don't know if it's I don't know exactly.
Could be time. If things are happening 33 years ago, but they're also happening right now.
Yeah. So like I'm just going to say travel in the cave.
All right.
And we'll know what that means
Okay.
when we see it cuz I'm sure we'll see it.
I hope so.
Do we know what this last episode is called? I wasn't prepared.
1 second. Wait. So that was all. That was your 4?
Ooh. Yeah, those are my 4. Those are all 4 of them.
Fast. Das Paradies. Paradies.
Is that like the paradise? I'm just going over what I heard you say.
Season 3. I mean, that's what it looks like. It is. Yeah, Paradise.
Nice. All right. Well, let's watch this finale, and we'll be back after that. And we're back. We're done with the final episode of Dark called The Paradise. Is there any form of write-up?
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
So
It's all
the
in German.
Wikipedia episode, it's insane.
Yeah.
What happened in this episode is insane. Whatever happened to lead up to all this is insane. And Wikipedia, the folks who submit the like write-ups, as we know, tend to put in a lot of the like backstory that we didn't necessarily see in the episode.
Yeah.
So I'm going to read the IMDb write-up,
Fair.
which is this. Claudia reveals to Adam how everything is connected and how he can destroy the knot. Air quotes.
The knot.
The knot.
I didn't really understand what the knot was ever.
I think the knot is just Claudia's way of referring to this like paradox, like time loop that they're stuck in.
Of like 3 worlds kind of intertwined, sort of.
Of like, they seem to die and get reborn, just never endingly. That's a word, right? Because like we saw at least 3 different iterations of like ages of Claudia, who is really Martha, I think, and
Yeah.
Adam is really old Jonas.
Yep. That's what I think too.
We saw a lot of different just time jump versions of the same characters that were mostly in the first episode. And what happened is it turns out that most of those people, or many of them, were never even supposed to exist or something. Or maybe they do, but they're in. So the first episode is like one world that's not supposed to exist, I think.
Yeah.
There's another version of that same world that's also not supposed to exist.
Yep.
And then a third original version that it seemed like we were just finding out about in the finale, maybe. Where everything originated, where a man that they called like the clockmaker or something like that blew up kind of his dimension a little bit, his world, and created these other two that were stuck in this knot.
Yeah, he like tried to. It seems like his like son and his wife and daughter or kid, I don't know if it was the baby, left one night in like a fight, and then they somehow died like that night. And then the clock watchmaker dude, whatever, he was like a super genius.
Apparently.
So he made some form of dimensional time machine to like stop or reverse the death of his son from happening. And that split his world. And it was weird because it said it split his world into two. And I was like, that's not. Normally I would say that means there was two worlds, but what it did was it like pooped out a mirror world and split that world into two.
Yeah, it created some side branches.
Yeah. So now there's 3 worlds, 2 that shouldn't exist, and 1 that's the original one. And then it starts to lose me because then there's like a bunch of versions of people, but they're in like different. So not only are there 3 worlds, but we're also like jumping in between time within those different worlds.
Yeah, somehow these 2 branches are just looping around over and over and over.
Because we have
every
like
33 years
older and younger versions of them, of these people that are like interacting with each other. They had little balls that made them teleport.
Yeah, I don't understand what that was about. Where those came from?
She'll really hit the we're gonna do like a time travel story, and you are not gonna know what's going on.
Yep.
Makes it you watch the first episode and then you skip to the last one, and you're already like, all right, I gotta play some like mental gymnastics to like get caught up and kind of fill in what like I maybe think would happen so I can enjoy this finale. And usually that's hard enough, and then you hit, and then they go time travel, and you're like, well, this is gonna be impossible.
Yep, it's true. I love a good paradox. I'm surprised, maybe a little bit disappointed that they did the Back to the Future version.
Oh.
Especially this is 2020. It came a year after Avengers Endgame when they were like, no, that's not how it works. Like, you just keep on going because now that's your past. So, like, it doesn't change your future.
Yeah, they did something weird because they tied the original world in there somehow. Because I was wondering if Martha and Jonas, like young-ish versions of them that we were watching, try to like fix everything when they're like just standing on the road at the end. I was like, okay, do they just live here now? Like that's kind of what I was wondering if that was just gonna happen. Like they're here, and then but then I was like, but they have like a time machine. So like, is this now like the only time machine that exists?
Oh yeah,
because like potentially that would be a thing.
The clock guy would have never made his thing.
Yeah, so like it stops from him from making it, but there's still one there. But apparently they just Back to the Future did it.
I think what you said about like just the fact that they're basically by stopping the clockmaker, it stopped their whole like worlds, like branches to exist.
Right.
That for me makes it like different than Back to the Future.
Sure.
Where it's just like a linear thing. They're just going back and forth along the line. I don't know.
If it was a tree that had its branch and then it had 2 limbs coming out of the end of that branch, all they did is went back and like lopped off those.
They trimmed those branches.
Just trimmed those branches.
All right. So it is Loki.
Okay.
It is the TVA. You know, they're just pruning themselves.
Right.
How'd you feel about the CGI in this episode? There was suddenly a bunch of CGI.
There was like that orb thing that happened
Yeah.
Like, and that looked bad.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's supposed to be the apocalypse. They kept referencing the apocalypse, and it was around around the town or the power plant or something.
Yeah. Yeah, because I saw, that was the big one. When the one maybe older Jonas or Adam or whatever was like in a cave, and then he had like, there was like some like, water molecules or like an orb like floating in the cave that he was. And I was like, that didn't look too bad.
Yeah.
And then when Martha and Jonas were like in the magic hallway in between worlds,
Yeah.
or whatever, I feel like since there was nothing else on screen besides them, it like was fine. That didn't bug me. I think the only thing that I actively was like, that looks bad, was the big orb.
Yeah.
That like looked like it was like a simulation of like a bomb going off or something like that, and they just didn't want to animate it all the way.
Yeah. It looked like some late 90s like weirdness. It was like jarringly bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird that it looked that way.
Yeah. I think that just caught me because obviously the first episode had no CGI. It was just is just the world. It wasn't like no like kind of sci-fi element to what was happening. Lots of that in this. We had some Narnia. The kids were looking at each other, looking at their old selves in the light. It was weird.
Yeah.
I feel like if you'd watched all 3 of these seasons, that this was a decent payoff.
I mean, at least it like ended,
Yeah.
It ended. I feel like it ended. It seems like it gave some time for like old Martha and Adam, or the old versions, and then for like the younger versions that we basically met, presuming those are the same ones. I don't even know if they're the same people that we saw in the first one.
I think so.
But like they got a send off.
Everybody just floated into nothing.
Yeah, and then we saw a bunch of other people float away, dissolve.
Yeah, all the other different versions of those same few characters. But then and then the last scene was presumably the like third, like what is supposed to be like the normal world, I guess, where Hannah, Jonas's mom, does exist, and Katerina, who is Magnus and Martha and Mikkel's mom, does exist.
Yep.
And then I think that was and then Regina was also one of the people, I think. But the other people were different actors, at least.
Yeah.
If not characters altogether.
Well, you would assume it's like, well, all the ladies are like the same actors. Like, why would they change the dudes out, I guess?
Yeah.
The dudes all look different in the past, but all the women look the same.
Yeah. But so, and then Hannah at the end, she's pregnant and she's like, has a deja vu thing. That was like the only real bookend to me, was that like in the pilot or whatever, the first episode, Martha says she like thought she experienced deja vu, and he's like, it's a glitch in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty kind of cringy. To quote the Matrix.
Yeah, I agree with that. When they did in the first episode, I was like, ugh, okay, whatever. But it was like they were like kids at school kind of thing. So I was like, that kind of fit in. And then when he did it again in this last episode, I was like, all right, come on now.
They really leaned into deja vu, and that somehow being tied to their, I don't know, the paradox. And then mom at the end in the normal world experienced deja vu, and then said she was gonna name her baby Jonas. So
my baby's Jonas.
And then they played the German version of My Name is Jonas.
They sure did not.
By Weezer.
Which is just the regular version of that song.
That'd be funny. They did do a bunch of German covers of like American like songs in English, which is interesting.
Yeah.
I assume that's the same whether you have the dubbed or not. Maybe if we turned the German on, it would be different music.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just totally different audio altogether.
I guess it's possible, but
They did a cover of What a Wonderful World.
yeah, that was an interesting way to end. So that's like the montage basically right at the end.
The montage of everyone floating off into the universe, being snapped.
Just gotta relate it back to Marvel somehow. Don't worry, this show will come back on in 5 years and they'll all come back.
Yeah.
The two worlds reappeared.
Oh, man. I mean, it was pretty critically acclaimed, it seems, so maybe money to be made.
Yeah, no, I think this has raised once again enough questions and still remained like at least interesting to the point where I think this show would deserve at least a deeper dive for me to look into season 1, see what happens.
Yeah.
I think there's only like 10 or 8 episodes or something like that.
Like per season? Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, it's not too long.
It's pretty short.
So, I mean, watch out.
Find out what happened to Eric. And his,
I mostly want to know.
Contraption around his head.
Mostly want to know where the hell Eric's going. What does that have to do with time travel or whatever?
Yeah.
Because I feel like that means there's probably some other weird stuff potentially happening in the town. Like, why are kids disappearing? Like, those are things that
we didn't get answered.
Those don't necessarily seem like they're like connected maybe to this overall thing of the worlds, like new worlds or something like that.
Yeah, maybe not.
Seems like it could be different. Yeah.
I want to know.
I could know. So, this show gets my rating of, I'll probably check it out.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, we'll see.
We'll
let you know.
That's fair. Should we see how we did on predictions?
Let's do it. I started, right?
Yeah.
I had number 1, Cave Monster.
Uh-huh.
They did go back and do some more stuff in the cave, but it doesn't seem like there was necessarily a monster. I thought we'd see Mikkel doing something heroic. Did not see him at all. Not sure what was going on there. I thought Katarina, we were going to see Katarina murdering Ulrich. No, we saw Ulrich chasing down various versions of the old man Helga, who was in the first episode saying that it was all happening again. So that was weird. Saw him murder a child. Didn't like that.
No, we didn't though, because he I thought it was like he hit the kid a bunch in the head, and then another super older version of him came without like the eye on the side where like he beat the kid.
Sure, so he lived, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Sure, and that's why he's got one eye.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So Ulrichs from both worlds chased down different aged versions of Helga and hit him with a rock real hard and dragged him into the cave, into a weird room that's built into the cave. One that looked like where we saw Eric in the first one. Anyway.
A lot of basement architecture in this.
Very interesting cave. Then my number 4 was flash forward 33 years later. So we did see that, I think.
We at least
we saw 33, maybe also 66.
Yeah, I mean, there was like dilapidated things. We at the very least saw much older versions of all of the people. So
yeah, and in theory, they should all be 33 years apart, right? So
in theory, I'll give it to you because there's definitely some form of future travel happening, or we went to the future. Yeah.
We both called that.
Stuff happened.
All right, just the one.
Just the one. All right. Well, so I said we get to read the note. We didn't see the note.
No note.
No note. So it might have been a season 1 thing.
Yeah.
So go to the future stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. that stuff happened. I said there was some Frankensteining taking place. I don't believe there's any Frankenstein.
Man, I thought maybe that's where we were going with the clock thing and clockwork guy, whatever. And he went over to turn on his electric thing, and they were talking about his kids dying. I was like, he's gonna reanimate some stuff.
Well, and then like in the beginning, the older version of Jonas was like, he was basically just like, would he like dip him head to toe in acid or something because he was all messed up?
Oh yeah, they did not. We must have explained that in a previous episode.
And then like Martha had a bunch of like face scars depending on where she was. So there was some mutilations going on, but not any Frankensteining.
No reanimating, unfortunately.
Yeah. And then I said they were gonna travel in the cave. I don't think so. He had like the only time they traveled was like using those like Orby things, like the golden balls that they had.
Yeah, I think so. I don't really understand the cave.
There was like that place where future Jonas like flipped a lever, but he was like in a basement or in the cave. I don't know when they were in the cave sometime.
Yeah. It's hard to say from this episode. Because I thought that they were crawling into the cave to be wherever the bridge thing was going to open.
You're right. They went to the cave and they crawled into the cave all the way into the back of the cave, and then they like sat there in the time when the guy like.
I do think technically that's how they got to the third world. So I might give that to you.
I like forgot that's where they went to do that.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm like 85%.
I'm 95%.
Okay, well.
Now that you said it and reminded me.
I'll give you 0.9 points.
I'm going to take a full one.
Damn it.
2 points. So I'll take that.
Well then.
Okay. Well, that's spooky month.
We did it.
We're no longer afraid. Don't be afraid.
Oh, there's still time. There's always time for spooky.
There's always time for fear.
Let's just drag it into November.
No, we gotta do first and lasties.
Yeah, you could do that too.
Yeah. So next week, I think all the boys are back in town. And we're going to be doing First and Lasties for season 12. So we're going to like backtrack a little bit. But we wanted to...
Now that we're 4 episodes, are we 4 full episodes?
This is the third episode of
this
new season. Because the first Spooky Month episode was the last episode of season 12.
Oh, that's right.
So we'll go back and do our little First and Lasties for season 12 next week. And then we'll carry on
probably
with season 13. We just wanted to get spooky month out of the way, and it kind of worked that we all were traveling a little bit. So
yeah,
when we can't all be in the same spot, it doesn't make sense to do First and Lasties anyway.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome for a full, uninterrupted month of spooks, and ghouls and goblins. I don't think there was any goblins.
I don't remember any goblins. There's some weird folks in Adam's family.
That's fair. Yeah, well, they're all weird.
Yeah.
If you want to get a hold of us, listeners, you can at F&L Podcast on the Gmail, the Twitters, and the Instagrams, and all that jazz. You can rate us stars on the things that you are listening to us with. That'd be great. Let us know what TV shows you want us to watch, or what you liked about the TV shows that we watched already.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well said.
My words are good.
Like and sub.
All right. We'll see you next week. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.
"38 years old. I've never made mashed potatoes or meatloaf."